You don't wake up. You awaken feeling the weight of 6 sextillion tons because there's a tiny detail. You're Gaia, the primordial goddess of Earth, and opening your eyes is just cheap poetry. You literally are the entire planet. Every mountain is your bone. Every river is your vein. Every forest is your hair. Romantic? Maybe. A lot of work. It's cosmic bureaucratic hell. You know that feeling when you sleep on your arm and it wakes up all tingly? Yeah, except your arm is the entire Italian peninsula. And that tingling isn't poor circulation. It's Mount Vesuvius throwing a tantrum. Again, if I were you, I would have dealt with this geological pimple permanently by now. But you have this irritating maternal patience that comes from watching entire eras pass by. You take a deep breath, focus, and calm the magma chambers. Vesuvius grumbles but obeys, for now. Little do you know that around the year 79 AD, it's actually going to blow and bury an entire city called Pompeii. But that's future Gaia's problem. Present Gaia has other concerns, like the itch on your ankle. Crete. Always Crete. Ever since your grandson Zeus decided to be born there and turn the island into his personal playground, it hasn't stopped bothering you. And now you feel little stabs. Small, constant, irritating. It's humans cutting down your centuries-old olive trees to make firewood. Firewood? Trees you lovingly cultivated for decades, nurturing every root, adjusting every drop of rain, turning into charcoal to grill fish. You could make the earth swallow these idiots right now. A quick earthquake. Bye-bye. Problem solved. You've done it before when the giants pissed you off, but you don't, because they're your children. Stupid, destructive children who pee on the cosmic carpet, but still yours. You created them with such care, shaped every detail of the life that flourishes on your body. I need to interrupt here to warn you about something. These humans are still going to invent things called strip mining and industrial deforestation. What you're seeing now? Child's play. Peanuts. But you don't know that yet, so you keep going, believing things can get better. You shift your attention to mainland Greece. Morning in Athens. The first rays of sun warm the marble of the Parthenon. Ah, the Parthenon. At least you approve of that. They honor you there. It's the least they can do after everything you do for them. But the good feeling lasts 3 seconds. The Cephissus River is murky, dirty, disgusting. Pottery workshops dumping ceramic waste into the crystal clear water you adjusted with divine precision. You feel every particle of filth like a splinter under your nails. The fish starts suffocating. You try to filter it with rocks and sandbars, but it's like trying to hold water with a sieve. Doesn't work. And this makes you genuinely sad. You created this river, fed its springs with perfect rains, balanced its flow with divine mathematics, and they just dump trash in it like it's a common ditch. You want to scream, want to make the earth shake, but all that comes out is a sigh. A sigh that becomes a gentle breeze through the wheat fields of Boeotia. Speaking of wheat, time to check the crops. It's almost summer. The Greeks depend on this to not starve to death in winter. You extend your consciousness and analyze plant by plant. Soil, moisture, perfect. Nutrients, balanced. Pests, under control. You're doing an impeccable job, as always. But then you see it. Some idiot farmer forcing the land to yield 3 harvests a year? No rest, no rotation. The earth screams in exhaustion beneath him. The nutrients are running out. In a few years, that'll be a desert. You could make his crops wither now. Would be a valuable lesson about respecting nature's cycles. But if you do that, his children starve. The kids starve. So you swallow your divine pride, pump extra nutrients from the subsoil, work twice as hard, and hope he learns. Spoiler, he won't learn. And his great-grandchildren will invent pesticides. But let's skip that depressing part. If you think Gaia deserves at least a like for putting up with humanity without causing an apocalypse today, go ahead and leave one. It's the least you can do, right? We live on her for free and still mess things up. Leave a like for Mother Earth's patience. Hours pass, primordial goddess routine. An earthquake here in Sparta. Sorry, but tectonic plates have their own agenda. A controlled eruption at Etna because it gets cranky when you don't let it release some magma. Balanced rainfall across the entire Mediterranean, which wasn't easy because Zeus wanted to make a storm just to impress some mortal woman. You love this work, seriously. Every temperature adjustment, every grain of sand, every root growing. Is managing a planet exhausting? Yes, but it's your planet, your creation, your body, until you feel something burning. Not a metaphor, real pain. Fire on what would be your left flank, forest fire in Macedonia. But it's not lightning, not a natural accident. It's them. Again, humans burning your forest on purpose to clear space for pasture. You feel every tree screaming as it turns to ash. 200-year-old oaks, ancient beeches, pine trees you cultivated one by one. And the pain isn't poetic this time. It's physical, brutal, because those trees are literally your skin burning. Your first reaction is pure primordial fury. You want to open a chasm in the earth and swallow those shepherds and their stupid sheep. Want to make the entire forest collapse on them. Want to summon your titan children to crush these insects who dare burn your body. You prepare the strike. The magma rises. The earth begins to crack, and you stop because you remember when you created them, when you filled their lungs with air for the first time, when you taught the earth to bear fruit to feed them. So instead of fury, you send tears, rain, heavy, relentless. You put out the fire. The Uhumbush shepherds look up at the sky surprised and thank Zeus for the miraculous rain. Nobody thanks you. They never do. I observe your sadness and need to warn you, this is going to get worse, much worse. These humans are still going to invent chainsaws, tractors, and eventually something called the Industrial Revolution that'll make these little fires look like child's play. But you still have a few millennia of relative peace ahead. Enjoy it while you can. Afternoon arriving, time to deal with your divine children. And when I say deal, I mean watch helplessly while they create drama. Cronus and Oceanus fighting over maritime territory. You feel tsunamis forming. With mental effort that leaves you exhausted, you calm the waves. Your children don't even notice it was you. They think the fight just got boring on its own. Then it's Uranus complaining that humans don't make enough sacrifices to him. You metaphorically roll your eyes. Always drama with that one.
Oh, no,
you try to
don't.
explain that humans have free will, but he doesn't listen. Never listens. You wonder why the hell you married him. Oh right, because you literally created him from nothing and didn't have other options at the time. Greek family trees weren't very concerned with healthy relationships. The day drags on. You keep working with silent perfection. Adjust ocean salinity, distribute minerals through the soil, guide migrating birds. Small tasks nobody notices, but that keep the world running. Until at sunset, you see something that breaks your heart. Port of Corinth, ships dumping ballast into the sea. Rocks, trash, waste, everything sinking and killing the corals you spent centuries cultivating with infinite patience. You feel each polyp dying, the fish fleeing, the ecosystem collapsing, and the painful truth hits you like a punch to the gut. They don't know what they're doing. They're not doing it out of malice. They're doing it out of ignorance. Because they don't understand that every action has consequences, that the earth isn't infinite, that you aren't indestructible. You want to teach them, want to make them understand. But how does a primordial goddess teach humans who can't hear you, who can't see you? To them, you're just earth, rocks, water, things that exist to be used. Night falls over Greece. You finally allow your body to rest a little. Stars appear, courtesy of Uranus, one of the few useful things he does. You appreciate the beauty of your world. Even with all the problems, even with all the destruction, it's still beautiful. You think about the humans sleeping in their homes, about the children who'll wake up tomorrow, about the possibilities. Maybe they'll learn, maybe they'll realize they need to take better care of the earth that sustains them. Maybe. I could tell you right now about river pollution, acid rain, the plastic island in the Pacific, global warming, mass extinction of species. I could show you the future and completely destroy this naive hope of yours. But I won't. I'll let you have your hope for now. You're going to need it for the next few millennia. You close your metaphorical eyes, feeling the literal weight of the world on your shoulders. You're tired, you're sad, but you're also happy. Yes, despite everything, you love what you do. Love being Earth. Love taking care of life. Love your human children, even when they hurt you. It's a confusing mix of emotions that only an overworked divine mother can understand. You fall asleep to the sound of waves crashing on the coast, volcanoes gently rumbling, and humans snoring even louder. Tomorrow, you wake up and do it all again. Heal the wounds they caused today. Try to maintain balance. Keep loving even when it hurts. I finish observing you sleep and thinking that divine naivety is fascinating to watch. You still believe things will get better, still have faith in humanity even after everything you saw today. And tomorrow it starts all over again and again and again for millennia. Until the day you look at what they've done to you and wonder if all this maternal patience was worth it. But that existential crisis, that's for the next millennium.